Yo, this is Tokez repping Famalam. You're on Roadstar TVs. This is the road to riches. Check it out. Tokez. Well, the name Tokez came basically, it's an old nickname. Before I even started rapping, it was there because I was a fiend for the herbals. So, you know, anyone that was leaving stuff that looked a little bit too long, you know what I mean, I wasn't letting that go to waste, so I was picking it up. So I got the name Tokez from there, and the 2 came because I'm the second. My dad's name's Tom, so I'm the second, whatever. So it's 2 Tokez, that's how it came about. And it fed into the music that way, man, you know what I mean? It just got, I partnered up with a guy called Roach, and it just seemed to work from there, so. Originally SW1, so just before the river, you know what I mean, Pimlico Millbank side, that's where I was originally brought up. And then I lived down in South Norwood for about 7 years, and then moved up to West not that long ago, and been repping there, but repping South basically. My childhood wasn't as if, you know what I mean, it wasn't too bad, you know, even I had both parents up until 18, then my dad split, but living at home was alright. The estate I was living on wasn't too bad. There was the odd thing, it wasn't an estate where there was, you know, one-on-one violence going on, like there wasn't the knife crime or whatever, but it was more jacking cars or whatever. That's what was going on, robbings. No one was really getting injured, but people's houses were getting burgled basically. So it wasn't too bad, you know what I mean? It was alright to live in. Since I was 15. So 15 years now, man. I'm an old man now, I'm 30 now, so, and I'm still struggling. So, you know what I mean? It's not an easy game to get, especially in the UK. Because people box it so much in the UK fashion, like this is UK hip hop, then people outside don't open their minds to it because it's considered too class and it's hip hop. We're keeping ourselves in a box, so you know what I mean. It's hard in the UK. Everything that happens around me, the shit I've been through, ex-girlfriends predominantly, you know what I mean. Because everyone knows about the shit you go through with them. Just loads of things, you know what I mean? Everything, man. Every day inspires me. What's going on in the news, I try and keep topical. I try and keep talking about what's going on now, what's inspiring people, what's creating negativity amongst people. So I try and keep it up, but everything. You have to be influenced by everything. If you know what I mean, too thinking about one thing, then, you know, you're putting yourself in some box. Yeah, it's something bad. I think when I first started rapping, I was on this, you know, this copy woo shit. So I was like, my name was Monk Center. This is my first name, bad name, Monk Center. Even though I was being called Tokez by my friends, I was on this woo shit. And you know, the 36 Chambers, the dude in the 36 Chambers was called Monk Center. That was his name. So I thought, let me go one step, use that. But it was rubbish, and it was some rubbish rhyme. I've probably got it written on paper somewhere still, but it's rubbish, man. Nothing to boast about at all. I think it's good. I like the underground stuff is good. I don't like the mainstream UK stuff which is coming out because it's veering a lot more towards the kind of house side of things. But you know, that's the way things are changing. So you know, people are moving with the times, like that. You know, the Black Eyed Peas stuff they've all gone to more house. That's what's selling. And you know, in a way, a couple of my tracks are veering the same way, but I'm still trying to keep it dirty, that, you know what I mean, more on that kind of, you know, like Jay Dilla's got that riding thump to it, which has that housey thump, but the UK stuff, I like the underground stuff. Again, I'm coming back to this, UK keep themselves in a box because they classing it as UK hip hop. People ain't opening their minds to it, you know. Americans don't call their hip hop American hip hop. French don't call it French hip hop, it's just hip hop. UK is the only place that goes, nah, this is UK. So people, you know what I mean, are just like, alright, well then you keep it in the UK, innit? And because there ain't no money in the UK, you know, it's kept small. You have to aim bigger, like States and Europe. It has to be done, you know, that if you're gonna make money anyway. It's the same struggle, man. It's hard because people, like they're saying, there's not the money in the UK. You know what I mean? You can get a deal. You can do the shows. I've done shows with Razel. We've opened for Razel, Ice-T. Done big shows, you know, back in the day with my clique at the time. And well, it's still our clique, but we've all split up and they're in different countries now because it was a mixed European group anyway. But it's a struggle, you know. You can do good things, you can get good shows, you can get on, you know, good mixtapes, you can get good exposure, but you ain't getting paid. The only thing you're getting paid for is your shows. You make a little change at your shows. No one's buying your album in the UK. People are coming to see you, but no one's spending the money to, you know, on you afterwards. So that, you know, that's where it's limited. And because it's so small in the UK, it's a struggle, you know. I don't just do my hip hop, I produce for other people, and I produce, you know, US sounding stuff. I produce French, I've done stuff for French artists, US artists. So, you know, I try and keep the stuff that I'm making global, not just, you know, there'll be a track which sounds like UK, you know, well, it's all UK because I'm spitting UK, but the sound of it is international. It's not, you know what I mean, it's not that typical UK sound, but it's a struggle. But again, people's broad-mindedness to UK hip hop, the money, man, it would be having more faith in the unsigned, you know what I mean, and having more faith in the artists that are out there, because there's so many artists that are doing heavy stuff and it's just not getting anywhere because there isn't the money being put behind it to promote it, because it's all here hip hop is a risk. Whereas in Europe and America, it's not a risk, it's a commodity. They know it's one of the biggest selling music markets there is. So they embrace it and put it forward. UK is, unless you're on that quirky dance type thing, they don't want to hear it. And that's why people have been forced to move into that, just to get some exposure.